Welcome back, everybody. We're high in Colorado's Rocky Mountains, and today we're gonna make a Southwestern Chorizo Quesadilla. Texas Wild Hog Chorizo. It's actually frozen solid. I had this in my Arctic cooler. Forgot to thaw it out, so we're gonna have to do this with frozen chorizo. I'm not sure how this is gonna come out in the order of videos, but you probably have already seen my Texas Wild Hog hunt where I made this chorizo. I have my Blackstone Camp Griddle heated up avocado oil. If you were using chorizo from the grocery store, that stuff is nasty. It has lots of oil. These are premium cuts right here. So I'm definitely gonna need a little bit of oil. Like I said, this is frozen. It's gonna take a few minutes to thaw out, but the good thing is it's fresh. I know exactly what's in there. It's 100% pork. It's premium cuts of meat. There's no junk in there. Fresh corn. Gonna go ahead and pull the husk off. Oh yeah, nice butter and sugar corn. Gonna go ahead and cut that straight off the cob. In Southwestern cooking and New Mexican cooking, they use a lot of corn. I'll drop the corn while I'm waiting for my chorizo to cook straight down in that grease. I'm gonna take advantage of the oils in the meat. We're gonna get this corn golden brown. Get a little bit of a crispy coating on the outside. And we'll add a little bit of the Blackstone Carne Asada Seasoning. Any kind of Southwestern seasoning will do. The key is you need to have that red chili, cumin, and all the spices that we associate with Southwestern cooking. Pueblo green chili from Musso Farms. You might have seen my videos from the Pueblo Chili and Frijoles Festival last year. Just pulled these out of the freezer before we left the house the other day. Gonna chop these up into smaller pieces. When you're doing quesadillas, you want to make sure that all the pieces of food fit nicely in a little slice. So you don't want anything to be too large. Down with those roasted Pueblo green chilies and some pre-cooked Spanish rice. You've seen me use this on the Griddle Tour before. It's pre-cooked and sometimes it clumps coming out of the package, so you'll just need to break it up. If you don't have access to pre-cooked Spanish rice, or if you're at home, you can make your own. Basically, any type of rice, but they're adding tomato. So you could add tomato sauce or crushed tomato to that rice. Everything's looking good, but of course we have pork in here, so you always want to cook that ground pork a little longer. You want to err on the side of caution. I love cooking in the Rocky Mountains. This is how it all got started for me. If you go back in my archives on my personal channel, Todd Toven on YouTube, probably 16 years ago, my very first videos were me cooking on Coleman camp stoves or trying to cook over an open fire high in the Rockies. Everything's looking great. The corn is golden, beautiful. And the chorizo is done, so we're gonna go ahead and pull this. The griddle tops on the Blackstone Camp Griddle are cast aluminum. They have a ceramic titanium coating, extremely non-stick. Queso quesadilla. If you've been watching my videos forever, you know I love queso quesadilla and queso chihuahua. It just melts better. Just gonna pre-mix this. This will make building the quesadillas so much easier. This is the way I learned to do quesadillas way back when I worked at Applebee's over 30 years ago. Avocado oil down on my griddle top, and it's been a while, but you know I love the raw tortillas. Down with the raw tortillas, straight into that hot oil. We're just gonna lightly toast these. We don't want to get these too dark. You can see they start to bubble, and that's typically when you want to flip these. That's just about perfect for my first side. I'm gonna turn the heat down a little bit lower, grab that filling, and straight into the middle of my tortillas. There shouldn't be pockets with no filling. There should be filling all the way to the edges, and we'll take care of that when we press these in a few minutes. Speaking of pressing in a few minutes, you know I like to keep a whole round tortilla. I forgot to toast up my other ones real quick, so we're gonna throw those down into the oil. Camp cooking, a lot of mistakes. There's wind, you're out in the elements. Love it. That's all we want. We just want a little bit of color on that side. We're gonna flip these and we'll put these right on top of the quesadilla. Be careful if you're using your bare hands, friends. Use our spatula to press that down. Make sure the filling gets all the way to the edges. And then we're gonna put our fingers down on the middle. We're gonna support it and we're gonna go in for the flip. And we should be able to keep that temperature down nice and low. All we're doing now is melting the inside. It's already starting to melt, but we want to keep it nice and low to where we get even melt throughout the quesadilla. So we'll let this go for a few minutes. Cheese looks beautiful. Come on over here. This is what we're talking about. That's the melt that you're gonna get with queso quesadilla or queso chihuahua. It is outstanding. I think it's time to pull the quesadillas. Some people fold their quesadillas. I've always been a guy that likes to cut mine right down through the middle, give them a turn, and then cut the other side so you end up with beautiful, beautiful, nice pieces like that. Now all I have to do is fight off the flies and shingle these up. I like to make my food look good even if we're out in the mountains, and I think we did just that. They look absolutely scrumptious. There's that crema right down the middle. A dusting of the carne asada. Take a look at that. They look so darn good. I'm gonna go in for this first one right here. It has an extra large blob of crema. Let's give it a try. So good. It took a few minutes extra to get set up, so I couldn't get the cheese pull, but you know, if you're eating these at home and you're not filming a video, you're gonna get a killer cheese pull. I'll get this recipe up at blackstoneproducts.com, and if you're interested in the Blackstone camp griddles, you can find them in the Walmart camping aisle. Not in the garden center, but they're in the camping aisle along with the Blackstone fire pits, a coffee kit, and all that cool stuff. So thanks for watching, everybody. Make sure you're watching all the shows on the Blackstone Network. Until next time, this is Todd. I'm saying praise the Lord and pass. What did I call these things? The Southwestern Chorizo Quesadilla. I think that's what I called them.